Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie. And today we are going to be talking about three Korean dramas that I have completely watched. And I'm giving my brief thoughts about it. It's nothing sensationalized, just a brief thoughts about it, hopefully. It won't take you too long to get through this video. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel. If you don't mind, if you have not already, you tuned in, but you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscription button. That way also, and hit the like button. People can also see my reviews. I thank you for that. All right, so let's talk about Mercy No More. This is a action thriller drama. It stars our male lead here, Soo Ji Soop. He has been in a lot of Korean dramas. It's a well-known name. Um, Basically, what it is, it's Mercy for None. Mercy for None. Basically, what this is, it's a Korean version of John Wick. Yes, that's kind of what it is. And instead of revenging his dog, he's revenging his brother. If you have not already, it is on Netflix. It's a Netflix series, and there's only 7 episodes. And again, it's just a revenge show, revenging his brother. The brother, however, is the male lead in Love Scout. Yeah, the brother was kind of hot in this one. So if you don't want to watch it, I suggest. I'm not too much of a fan with John Wick, but however, this is exactly what it was. It's just him going around, beating people up. He's been shot. Yes, it was kind of weird, but however, he was using a bat, his fist. He was using anything that was his surroundings because, of course, there's no guns in Korea. So at the end of the episode, however, they did bring in like the police officers, 6 shooter. Then one of the guys actually pulled out a Glock. But I think there's not much to say about it, but that's kind of how it is. If you like action, this is really male driven action drama. Um, Focusing all on the fact that he goes around beating up people. Again, another version of the Korean version of John Wick. So let's talk about Tastefully Yours. This is your Korean rom-com drama, and it can be a little bit more twist than your normal K dramas, but however, it is still your K drama Korean rom-com. And if this is what you like, I like rom-coms. That's the reason why I got into the Korean drama. So this is what it is. It's only a 12, I believe it's only 10 episode drama. So it was not your full 16 episodes that you would have thought it'd be. Basically, what it was about a restaurant mogul who goes around and steals other businesses' recipes, closes, shuts their business down, and takes it for himself. That's kind of how it was. And so now he meets up with our chef here, and he saw a foodie that she did on on some type of social media post. And so he went there to try to steal her recipe. While he was there, his brother, who I find it very handsome, he was tall, thin, glasses, suit. But anyway, he had everything. So he manipulated a situation where he stated something happened. He had this restaurant person lie about him and whatever, and so he ended up getting him booted out the company. And so what they're trying to do basically was trying to raise their star level. So I guess it was a 2-star diamond. They trying to get a 3-star diamond. And so that's what they were trying to do. So he went to this chef, our male lead here, Han. He went to this chef in order to steal her recipe to bring it over to his restaurant in order to prove his standing with the family. So that's what he was doing. But when he was there, that's when the brother manipulated the situation, got him booted off. So now he's there. And so now he's out of money, out of everything, but he's still trying to build this restaurant, help her build this restaurant. In the meantime, as he was helping her build this restaurant, they fell in love. Here we have our female lead. She's a chef. She's a trained chef under another chef, but she left that restaurant, or that his training is apprenticeship. Let's put it that way. And because, well, it was kind of her fault, I thought, because I don't know why she was mad at him, but she was in a relationship with another chef that was there too, and that chef made a mistake on a dish, and so she took the blame for it. He didn't ask her to do it. She took the blame for it. And I don't know what she thought it was going to happen, or was he going to follow her. I don't know. But then that's when she went back to Korea and started her own business. But when she went back to Korea, the restaurant wasn't even open to no business really. She liked the art of the food instead of actually serving the food. That's kind of how it was. The preparation, the preparedness, and that's kind of how it was. But when he came in, that's when he kind of put it all together in order to help her build the restaurant itself. And then at the end, they had like a showdown. Of course, they had a showdown between the two restaurants, her restaurant, the chef's restaurant, and who also our male lead, who has to help him run it, against the brother's restaurant. And the brother didn't like it. He didn't like the comparison between the two. But again, the mom manipulated. The mom was actually the restaurant mogul. The mom was actually, but the sons worked with the mom, and the mom really was just a tyrant when it came to this. And so she kind of got too much engrossed into the restaurant than her family. So at the end, so they had to have that one main dish, winner takes all, and she cooks this simple dish. I get it. I get the concept of why she was doing it, but still, come on. But anyway, but I enjoyed it. It was a good watch, and it was entertaining to watch. So I did enjoy it. All right, so let's talk about the last drama I want to talk about, and this is Second Shot at Love. This one was a 12 episode drama, and basically, one thing it is a rom com, and but it one thing about Korean K dramas, rom coms, they usually try to take a sensitive subject and wrap around a rom com around it. And again, this is a subject about alcoholism. So, Second Shot of Love was where we have our female lead. She was in the midst about ready to get married to her fiance while she lived in Seoul. And I think, I'm not quite sure, but I'm quite sure that's where she lived. Something happened where she got drunk, literally drunk, and the fiance shows up to her house the next morning and confronted her about it, and he basically laid it out and said, is it either the alcohol or our relationship? She chose alcohol. In the meantime, she ended up getting, I don't know, she took a vacation from her job. She's a mechanical engineer. She took a vacation from her job, went back home to her parents, who owned it's not a hostel. I think they call it, I can't remember what they call it. It's like a bed and breakfast type of thing, and stayed there back home with her parents to hide, basically. And so, but she told her parents reason why they broke up was because she chose the alcohol instead of the relationship. So her mom was trying to get her to go back, but she didn't want to do it. She kind of stayed there. So of course the truth did come out eventually. Meanwhile, she was when she was in high school, there was a our male lead here. They were buddies in high school, and he was an orphan, and well, kind of an orphan, but however, he it was the thing. His father was alcoholic too, and something happened. So he ended up having to live with his grandmother, I believe. These dramas all kind of run together here because everything happens to everybody living with a grandmother. But anyway, I believe, and the grandma passed away, so then he ended up having to be on his own for a minute, something like that. I can't remember again. But anyway, so she kind of, it was misunderstanding again, right? The talks of misunderstanding when she was talking to her friend and saying, "Oh, I was just helping him out because he seemed a little lonely." He took that to heart, and then that's when he ran away, supposedly, to go to school somewhere else, abroad, I believe. And then he became a doctor. He comes back to this countryside because the hospital he was in, tragic thing happened at the hospital he was in. So now he went back to his hometown, along with, now here we have our female lead. They all meet up again. it was wrapped around a sensitive subject about alcoholism. The mom was trying to get them to stop drinking. She had an older sister who fell into a divorce with two kids. But that's not the reason why she started drinking. I think, well, she started drinking because of depression and maybe because of the divorce. Who knows? So she started to drink. The father was drinking too, and the father, when he was drinking, he did silly stuff like co-signing a loan for a friend who took off with the money and left him holding the bag, which made his business go bankrupt. So that's kind of how they're saying about how the woes of alcoholism can happen. Then, then the mother ended up getting cirrhosis of the liver cirrhosis, but she was never drinking. So which says you don't have to be an alcoholic to have liver issues, liver disease. But where it came in is because of their alcoholism, it may have stopped them from able to donate a partial of their liver to the mom. So the only person who could help her was the daughter, but the daughter had fatty tissue. So they did find a donor, but the donor backed out of it at the last minute. The donor's family, of course, backed out of it at the last minute. So then she ended up having to lose the fatty tissue, and so then now she was able to help her mother. The male lead's father was an alcoholic. This is how his father was abusive. The father kept threatening him. Then the mother, there was a thing I don't want to talk about. I don't want to get too much into it unless you wanted to watch Second Chance of Love. But again, the mother was a thing. There was a lot of twists and turns that was featuring in this thing. It only touched on the alcoholic, then they try to twist it fast to get you back into the rom-com. And that's kind of how it was. So then all of them got into AA, basically Alcohol Anonymous groups, and in order to combat their alcoholism. I didn't like about it was when she did finally get back to work, our female lead get back to work, she quit alcohol altogether. And then when her schemy supervisor was trying to get her to drink, finally she admitted it that she no longer drinks. So he was offended by it. So she was up for promotion on her job. So the supervisor was trying to squash it and try to use her alcoholism as a weapon towards her to not promote her. And so the main boss was like, well, at least she achieved her accomplished goals, which that is shows strength and resilience. So he couldn't even use that against her. She may not have gotten the job. She found out about it. So when she went to confront him, she said, he told her, I can outdrink you. She told him, she told him, I can outdrink you. If I can outdrink you, then you will squash this suit against me. I didn't like that. It should have been something else that they could have done instead of her having to down drinks in order for him to squash this suit against her. And so she goes to the beach. She felt guilty. But then she did tell our male lead here, that's when they were in a relationship that, oh, he was like, well, some people do fall. That wasn't a fall. That was intentional. You intentionally did this for a reason. So this wasn't a fall that you did. But anyway, and then the supervisor ended up getting into a into DUI. He got into an accident drinking drunk and got into an accident. There's another part of the alcoholism that happens when you drink alcohol. I did completely watch the whole series. It wasn't too bad. It just, as again, it was just like Tastefully Yours. It's a cute K-drama rom-com. Also, just letting you know, I am in the middle of watching An Unwritten Soul. That's actually pretty good. Great writing, great acting. There's a twists and turns in it, so stay tuned for that one. And thank you for watching. If you have not already, again, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, a lot of people are viewing, but you have yet to subscribe, please hit that subscription button. I appreciate every subscription I have gotten. I enjoy doing my reviews here and enjoying it, sharing with you what my thoughts on these Chinese, Korean, Asian dramas that I've been watching lately. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Meeting adjourned.